Damian Lillard should abide by his contract. If he didn't want to be in Portland, he didn't have to sign that 4-year extension and get all that money. So if I was Joe Cronin, I'd send Dame to Detroit if they had the best package. What a stupid ass thing to say. You know what? I guess I kind of deserve that. And so does a guy like Bill Simmons.
Because Dame decided he wanted to play in Miami, it just feel like you get him at 50 cents on the dollar. It's not how the league works.
Oh, what a stupid ass thing to say. Hey guys, you heard that? He said that's not how the league works. Except that's exactly how the league works. Anytime a team trades their star player, they always lose the deal in the short term.
The Miami fans are the only ones that think their offer is a good offer.
What even is this official bad offer that Miami apparently made?
Well, let me ask the Miami fans. Did you owe to Dwayne Wade when you lowballed him and he went to the Bulls? What about that?
What about that? The dude thought he dropped the hardest bar of 2023.
What about that? How is that any different?
They really asked, how is that any different? Well, I asked, how did you get a job doing national coverage talking basketball? Because you don't know anything. Like, I seriously don't even know where to start with that comment of yours. Like, it's not even the Miami fans saying that Portland should do right by Dame. If anything, it's the Trailblazers fans. And you have no idea what Miami has even offered for Dame. So for you to say it's bad is even more stupid because bad is a relative term. Let me ask you this. Is a hypothetical trade of 3 first-round picks, Nikola Jovic, Lowry's expiring, and whatever assets they get from Tyler Herro, is that a bad trade if you consider it's the only one out there? Is it a bad trade when you consider that Damian Lillard will be making $60+ million at the age of 37 years old? Like, you do realize for Portland to take another offer outside of Miami, it would have to be substantially better. And I'm pretty sure that no GM is stupid enough to trade for a guy who's made it clear time and time again that he doesn't want to be there. So is it a bad offer, or do you just hate Miami because of this?
Conference Finals.
Or this?
Thought about 3. In the
Or this?
Chalmers. Oh, Dame!
Or this?
Got downhill. Couldn't punch it.
Or this?
Butler turns, fires. It's good.
Or this?
On top, open triple. Goal! And he's on one. Nani?
Thought so. And don't sound all salty now when somebody asks a GM to do a favor, because do I gotta remind you how you felt when KG got traded to Boston? In fact, I think I will. You wrote in a Grantland article on August 1st, 2007, McHale adds another notch to his Celtics legacy. With the Kevin Garnett trade, Kevin McHale proves yet again that he's still a great Celtic. You start the article by saying, my NBA guide told me that McHale retired from the Celtics in 1993, but apparently that's a misprint. How else could you explain his decision to trade Kevin Garnett to Boston for the Al Jefferson poo-poo platter? And at the end of your article, you added this very wholesome quote from your dad. He said, it's amazing this worked out. I always liked McHale. Maybe he had better offers, but he just wanted to help the Celtics out. You responded, that wouldn't surprise me. He was always a great Celtic, and then finished the article by saying, maybe he still is. Listen, the McHale meat munching Boston slob knobbing is ridiculous, bro. See, you had no problem with that. But now that some people are taking Damian Lillard's side because he wants to do what's best for him, his family, and his career, you got a problem with that because he wants to do it in Miami? So just to be clear, now GMs shouldn't do any favors, right? So you would prefer that Dame played out his contract, went into free agency, and then signed with the Miami Heat? You would have been okay with that, Mr. Bill Simmons? Because that's exactly what LeBron did in 2010, and you wrote this article titled, Welcome to the All LeBron Sound-Off. And I'm gonna need to read the full quote for this one. Published by William J. Simmons on July 9th, 2010. I blame the people around him. I blame the lack of a father figure in his life. I blame us for feeding his narcissism to the point that he referred to himself in the third person 5 times in 45 minutes. I blame local and national writers, including myself, for apparently not doing a good enough job explaining to athletes like LeBron what sports means to us and how it is a marriage for better and worse, and that we're much more attached to these players and teams than they realize. I blame David Stern for not throwing his body in front of that show. I blame everyone. I mean, what a wild and idiotic and all-around disturbing thing to say. But I didn't even get to the best part. This is a clip from Backstory, ESPN's docuseries detailing The Decision.
A free agency announcement show wasn't the idea of LeBron or his friends or anyone at ESPN. It was pitched by a guy named Drew from Columbus, Ohio, in Bill Simmons' mailbag column. Drew wrote, "What if LeBron announces he will pick his 2010-11 team live on ABC?" Simmons replied that LeBron should market and sell the show.
So yeah, you saw that right. Bill Simmons was actually a fan of The Decision. He liked the idea of LeBron going on TV to announce where he was playing next. But the second the word South Beach came out of LeBron's mouth, Bill Simmons had to go, well, Bill Simmons.
Why do you hate Boston? Because they racist as f***. That's why.
Now, all of this unjust anti-Miami slander isn't just coming from Bill Simmons. There's a lot of national media out there saying the same thing. But to all those haters out there that say Dame should obey his contract, he should have never signed the extension, well, what would you have said if he didn't sign the extension? My guess is that you would have said that would hurt Portland because free agents wouldn't want to go there as long as Dame's future was up in the air. Now, that is true. So Dame locked in his future with the Blazers under the promise that they would do everything in their power to get him help. They even sat him the entire end of last year because they wanted to tank, get a higher pick, and use that pick to trade for somebody that could help Dame right now. That's the promise they gave him. But instead, they gave $160 million to Jeremy Grant and drafted a 19-year-old who will be really, really good, but when it's too late for Damian Lillard. So don't blame Dame for wanting to join a winning organization. Blame the one that failed him for 11 straight seasons. I do want to shout out Stephen A. Smith for going on the Bill Simmons podcast and putting him in his place. Now, I get it. Bill Simmons is a Celtics fan. He has his own podcast. He's going to talk trash about their rivals just like I would talk trash about the Boston Celtics. But if you're going to come at my team, I'm going to have to come back at you. So make sure to like this video, subscribe, blow this thing up so he can see it. I'm going to post the first part of this video as a clip on Twitter. I'm going to tag Bill Simmons. Make sure y'all go over there at AnthonyD_Heat. Find the tweet with the video and retweet it so we can make Bill Simmons answer for his crimes.
Look, pull up in your city tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.